Welcome back, guys. So this dish that I'm going to make today is a crowd favorite. It's called djaj au thum, and I think that every Arab or Lebanese has had once in their life. It translates chicken and garlic and potatoes.
It's not chicken, garlic and potato.
What did you say?
Djaj au thum.
I said djaj au thum. I'm just translating it in English in me. So chicken, garlic, lemon and potatoes. It's also a one-pan dish. So it's one of the easiest dishes that you can just throw in the oven and go away for an hour and come back. So when you're ready, let's get started. There we go. So I've got my chicken here, which I've already washed. Now I like, and my kids like, chicken wings and drumettes, but you can do this with chicken cutlets, which is a chicken thigh on the bone. You can do it with Maryland. Look, some people do tenderloins. I'm not a fan of putting breast in the oven. So they've already been washed in vinegar and it's drained, and it's really important that your chicken is dry and not wet because you don't want it to be all watery. So literally all I do is this. And then I have Najwa spices, which I'm going to share below, and I use these with meat, with chicken, pretty much a lot of my cooking. And it's just onion salt, garlic salt, paprika and oregano. That's really all it is. So then I just put that in like that, and I'm going to give you all the measurements later on. Then I've got some oil. Now sometimes I use more oil than other times, just depending on, you know.
Don't use oil.
Oh
you need
God,
to use the oil spray.
Do not use a spray. My mum is talking to me.
Because it's too fattening for you. Use the oil
No,
spray.
Mum, you've got to use oil. Like I'll actually use more oil later on when I put the thum and the lemon, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So for now, all I do is I massage this chicken with the oil and the spices. I'm going to throw that in the oven for about 30 minutes. And then while that's in the oven, I've already got the garlic here in the mortar, which I have just done like earlier. I've got coriander here and I've got lemon, which I'm going to mix with water and oil, and that becomes my Zoum. And the Zoum is like the sauce that you put after the chicken gets crispy. Also going to throw the potatoes in with the chicken and put them in with just a sprinkle of oil on top. So we'll be back. So I'm going to throw the potatoes in as well, and then I'm going to grab some gloves to massage. Okay, so look, I'm just massaging the chicken so that you find that all the oil and the spices have coated all of the chicken pieces. It just makes it so much tastier. Look at that, it's beautiful. So you need a big pan. You need to remember that you need a big pan. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna throw this in the oven now for half an hour. So I've warmed my oven up to 180. I did that as soon as I started filming. Now we'll just leave that in for half an hour, and then come with me and we'll start making the Zoum, which is like the sauce. Okay, so while that's in the oven, I've got a half a cup of oil. I'm gonna add half a cup of water. Some people don't use water, it just depends. I just like it to feel a little bit lighter. I'm gonna like to dip, you know, some Lebanese bread with it. Lemon juice, 2 lemons. Some people use more. I don't like it too sour. And then I've got garlic here as well. I used a full bulb of garlic, which I've got here, and I'm about to show you what I'll do. And then I've got my coriander.
Just one thing around the notes.
Sometimes I add a bit of tomato paste to this just because I want to make something a little bit different. So you can try that. It tastes very different, but it's just because I don't want to make it the same every time. But this is a very, very traditional recipe. So all I'm going to do is mix in that garlic. And you know how my mum's always banging on about the garlic.
Don't use the Chinese garlic. Teach them about how dangerous
That's
the
what I'm
garlic
saying.
is.
I'm about to explain it. She has to interrupt me every bloody minute. Can you make sure you edit all this out? So the garlic that she keeps banging on about, I use Argentinian garlic. So you can tell because it's purple, because she believes, and she says, and I think it's true, just putting the lemon juice in now. So that's 2 lemons. She believes that they use that garlic in the sewage or something like that.
But they do.
Okay, they do. They do apparently. Now I'm just going to put a cup of water, because that lemon I reckon was a lot of juice. I think a third a cup is more than enough. Now I'm just going to mix that together. And if you like a lot of salt, you can add more salt. I'm not someone that has their food very salty, and I don't like to get my kids used to it. And remember, we put all that salt and the spice already on the chicken. So this is just a little end. Now I'm gonna put the juice on it over an hour, and I'm gonna put maybe just half of the coriander in here, because sometimes the coriander can change color if you've been cooking it for too long. And what I'll do is I'll garnish it with a bit of the coriander later on. You watch how I do it. all the herbs that I always use are fresh. So, you know, even mint, people use a lot of dried mint in Lebanese cooking. I like to use fresh mint. It tastes better. And also, I'm just going to give you a little bit of, you know, from my spiritual journey here. Did you know that, I wonder if you know this, Jonathan, that herbs are actually very high vibration, which means they make you feel better because they're, I don't know, is it because they're closer to the ground? Hun, do you remember we learnt that? That herbs are really high vibration?
It's like drugs.
Huh?
It's like drugs.
Like drugs, is it?
I'm just joking.
Oh, we should keep that in there.
Who
it's
take
not like
drugs?
No one's talking about drugs. My God. No, I think the dog needs to go for a walk. All right, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm actually going to make a cup of coffee. I'm going to sit down and wait. So that's it. I mean, can you imagine? Like your kids are coming from school, you've got this ready. You can even have that in the oven. You can cook that, say that half an hour of it, have it out on the top of the stove. And then when the kids come back from school, put that sauce, that Zoum over it and then stick in the oven. They have this beautiful hot, like it is one of the simplest, easiest dishes ever. So I'm just going to wash the dishes now. I'm going to keep this here. What are you doing?
Heck,
You know that I'm filming. You can see that I'm
just
filming.
looking.
A snack? Can't you just walk the dog or something?
خلاص, I'll go.
All right, get it and go. Okay. No, I feel like you just like to watch always over me when I'm cooking. Like your face is always in my face, and it just makes me nervous. I know what I'm doing. I've made this many times. Oh my God.
You make it many times.
All right, see ya. She gets on my nerves. I forgot what I was doing now. Like guys, if you see her coming, can you just like stop her? Don't let her just come in. It's ridiculous. We're in the middle of filming. Jono, if you see her coming, like let me know. Just be like, oh hi auntie, or something like that, so I know, because she comes to see what I'm using or what I'm doing. She's always got to see like is it fresh coriander, or am I, you know? So annoying. All right guys, so it's been 30 minutes. So now we're going to take it out of the oven, bring it over here and pour our beautiful fragrant sauce on top. Then we're going to put it back in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, everyone's oven is different. I like to cook it slow. So because I've cooked it on 180, all you got to do is check. The chicken should fall off the bone. If you've got bigger chicken pieces, it may take a full hour. If you've got smaller chicken pieces, it may take less. So all you got to do is check on it. That's it. All right, let's take it out. So we just give that a little stir. 1 second. It's like, just heck, a little toss around like that. You can smell it. It smells so good. Now, sometimes I cook this for longer. Actually, don't even worry about that. Okay, so now all we do is pour the sauce over. You can see that steam coming through. Done. And so now just stir that through lightly and then pop it back in the oven. Can you guys smell it? How good does that garlic smell? Huh?
Amazing.
No, seriously, it's so good. And then you just throw that, you just put it back and just let it cook. Nice and slow. Okay, we're gonna go back in the oven. All right, so I put a timer on for 45 minutes. Like I said, it may take an hour, but it's better to be safe than sorry. 45 minutes, take it out, try it. If it's not falling off the bone, like I said, then leave it in another 15 more minutes, okay? Now I can sit down with my mum and have another coffee. Okay, I actually left it in the oven for a little bit longer because we had a special friend from Dubai. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try it. It looks beautiful though, and it smells, how nice does it smell, guys? It smells beautiful. All right. What she's done here? Huh? Yee, it's so dry. Guys, she really dried this one out. Tara, who you the driver?
No, لا أنا طارق.
انت طارق from دبي اللي عندك البودكاست تعال شوف شو رايك فيها هاي وشو it look nice.
شكله كتير حلو.
You think؟ تعال دوق تعال. Be careful ما يصير معك هلا food poisoning ترجع على دبي.
لا معلش.
هلا انا بجيب لك شوية خبز. تفضل. انا my hands very clean.
That's what mommy.
Huh? Yeah. Where's she go, my daughter?
ما بشوف الا بترجع بتفوت وبتروح. دوقها تشوف. I don't eat bread because I like to stay size 8. See my body?
واو
You like it?
كثير طيب
Yeah?
والله.
I made it. That's why. صحتين طارق.
تعبتي فيه صح؟ مبين.
صار لي من الصبح والله. Enjoy تقبرني. Enjoy حبيبي.
واو.
You want to eat too, Jonathan وخالد؟ في بالطعمية ولا كاميرا مان. مش هتوفي بقى. كل جمعة بيجوا بياكلوا بيروحوا.
ما بتروح سايد جايز والله. عن جد تسلم ايديكي كثير روعة.
بليجر. يلا شو رأيك؟ خلص leave everything. تعال نشرب قهوة بعمل لك نايس لبنيز كوفي. لا ينظف فيني بنظف شوي. يلا اطلع.